Special moves are an important part of what makes each character unique in a fighting game, but they can be quite difficult to do because they are locked behind what seems to be complex motion. Although these motions look quite complex, they are simple to execute with a little practice and some simple guidance. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be breaking down these motions and looking at how to execute them. Hi everyone, my name is Narakami and I'm a competitive Street Fighter V player that provides you fighting game entertainment through vlogs, skits, and discussions. I also help you level up your game through replay analysis and tutorials just like this one. So if you're new here, why don't you consider giving a subscribe to the channel. So the first motion that we're going to be covering is the Hadouken motion or the fireball motion, because typically this motion is reserved for fireball. How you execute this motion is pretty much very simple. You want to hit down, down, forward, punch, or kick, depending on whatever the command list tells you. And so you do it all in one fluid motion, so it's going to look something like this. And the next motion we're going to be covering is a Tastu motion. This motion is the Hadouken motion, but reverse, and it's done simply by executing down, down, back, punch, or kick, depending on whatever the command list tells you. And so you want to do it in a fluid motion to get the special move to come out. So the next motion we're going to be covering is the Shoryuken or the Dragon Punch, and it's slightly more trickier to do than the other motions. But how you do it is you want to do forward, down, and then punch or kick. You want to execute that smoothly, and if you execute it smoothly, this is what it should look like. So the next motion I want to cover is the charge motion, and this motion has two different parts to it because there's two different charge motions, and I've already covered how to do these motions in my top 5 characters for beginners in Street Fighter V, and so I encourage you to watch that if you're a beginner and you don't know where to start with picking the characters, and I will link that in the info card above and also link it in the description. And so how you do these motions, it's very simple because these motions were designed to be simple and designed to be easier for players. The first one we're going to cover is the fireball for the charge, and how you do that is you hold back for a couple of seconds and then forward and punch. And so when you execute it's going to look like this. Now the next charge motion we're going to cover is the uppercut for the charge characters, and how you do that is you want to hold down for a couple of seconds and then up and kick. Once you execute that motion, it's going to look something like this. If you guys notice, there's a couple of drawbacks to the charge motions, and that you can get hit because you're not blocking when you do them, but unfortunately there's a way to get around this to still be able to execute those moves, and that's simply by holding down back. Now when you're holding down back, this actually still counts as back, so you can still block and do these motions. So whenever you do down, back, and up, you still get the uppercut, and if you do down, back, and forward, you get the fireball. So yeah, you want to do charge motion this way because it still just allows you to block in the game, and that's something you're definitely going to need. So the next motion we're going to be covering is the half circle back, and how you do it, you want to do forward, down, back, and punch or kick. And so you want to do it fluidly, and so it's going to look like this whenever you execute it. So the next motion we're going to be covering is the half circle forward, which is essentially the reverse of the half circle back. And so how you do it is you want to do back, down, forward. And so you want to execute that very smoothly. So it's going to look something like this. Now the next motion we're going to be covering how to do is the SPD motion. Typically how you would execute this motion is you would do forward, down, back, up, forward, and punch. But in Street Fighter V, and I think this is a case in some other fighting games as well, you don't have to do a full 360 motion to get the SPD. You just have to hit the punch on the up, back, and so it's gonna look something like this. So as you guys can see, I'm still getting the SPD without doing the full 360 motion. So yeah, you don't have to do the full 360 motion to get the SPD in this game. So the next input we're going to be talking about is the hands or the mash input, and how you do it is you just simply mash the button it tells you to mash to get the special. So it's going to look something like this. Now, although you have to mash, there is a required numbers of inputs that you have to do before the game will give you the special move, and that number of inputs is 4. And so if you just do 4 buttons in rapid succession, then the game is going to give you the hands motion. So the next motion we're going to be covering how to execute is the hold and release. What that is you hold a button for a specific amount of time and then you release it to get the special move. So it looks something like this when executed. So the next motions that we're going to be covering are pretty much Street Fighter V specific, and they are the easy mode inputs. And what I mean by easy mode inputs are like they literally are easy, and there are only 2 characters in the game that have these motions, and they are Falk and Ed. And so in order for you to get their special moves, you have to do 2 punches or 2 kicks and you'll get a special move from there. Ed also has a simple motion for his fireball, and that's done by doing forward and medium punch. So yeah guys, that's it for the execution guys. I hope you're able to learn how to do these special moves properly. If you are new to the game and you want to know how to use training mode, I have a playlist on my channel called Training Mode 101 that takes an in-depth look into training mode and different options and how to use them. This playlist will be linked in the description below, the info card on the screen, and on the end card of this video as well. Also, if you have a specific question, consider asking them in the comments below or stopping by my live stream whenever I live stream. I stream frequently here on YouTube, so it pretty much pays to be a subscriber to my channel. So until then, take care, and remember the 2 greatest commandments of all: love the Lord God with all your heart and love your neighbor as yourself. And I will see you guys in another video. Peace.